It is getting to be Christmas bird count time of year again, and this year is the 123rd annual Christmas bird count. And I am going to be participating, and I really hope that you guys do too. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the benefits of birding, why it's a good thing for us to do, not just for our own well-being, but also for science as well. Got here my handy dandy, this is my backyard birding field guide, as well as my cool birding winter checklist. I also have my Sibley field guide to birds, and all of these things are going to be very helpful in identifying the birds that are in my area here. When you are out in the field or going on a hike, I really recommend a little tiny pamphlet like this. They are super easy to stick in your back pocket, in your backpack, in your field bag, whatever you have. Easy to carry and very helpful, has some great pictures in it. I also recommend having a bigger field guide, something way more in depth, because you never know what you're going to come across, especially during migration time of year. And these have way more details, intricate details of the birds, their field markings, migratory pathways, and things that you might not have originally thought of as you were identifying the birds that you may hear or see. And finally, for good measure, you probably want some sort of checklist or something to keep track of what you have seen. So I made this one. This includes some of the more common Pennsylvania birds that I may find, and you may find this helpful. This helps to keep track of what maybe you saw and tally down. Okay, I saw, maybe, European starlings and grackles. Maybe you saw like 50 of those in a flock, or maybe you saw a bunch of juvenile male eastern bluebirds, or some American goldfinch out of breeding plumage. You never know, and you can tally them down to remember for when you input data. Inputting data is a really, really valuable thing to do. So you go out and you take your count of your birds, you write down, I saw 3 of this, 5 of that, however many, and then you add it to either the Christmas bird count data, or you can input it yourself without, if you do the Christmas bird count, you need to go through a compiler or participate in an event, and maybe you just don't have the time for that, or you aren't near a place that is doing a bird count data collection day. Who knows? But you can submit your data, your count data, to eBird, and that can be a great way for scientists to understand how different populations of birds are moving. So it's always a great thing to tally down your observations and input it to a data collection database. You could also photograph the birds that you see and then upload that to a photo sort of documentation service like iNaturalist. iNaturalist is really great to help you identify what living organisms you've seen, but also, again, scientists can use that data and all of your documentations to further conservation studies. Plus, it's really cool when you get a photo of a bird that maybe you haven't gotten before, and you can now have this just for your own pleasure. I'm going to show you some of my favorite birding photos that I have taken. Other than science, why should we be birding? Well, a great reason is I'm out here on a very cold day when I probably wouldn't have been outside to begin with, and now it's gotten me up out of my desk area, out of my office, and into the natural world. This is giving me exercise, right? I'm walking around, I'm observing things, breathing in fresh air. That's always great for my physical well-being, and I get that mental clarity of just getting outside, taking a break from work, slowing down. That's always something I hear really often about why people like to bird. It forces you to slow down, to be reflective and contemplative, and that can be really, really helpful to take that break during our busy lives. So I really encourage you guys at some point during the Christmas bird count to get outside, document the birds that are in your area, and get to know what lives around you.